type of offense.
And they'll talk about Josh Allen. Harry, if I said the Bills are going to miss the playoffs, is that fact or fiction?
Yeah, I'm going to go fact. Right now, with so much disarray going up there in Buffalo, I also look at their schedule, Greeny. They have the Jets still to play, the Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Dallas Cowboys also, and the Chargers, and they finish the season off with the Miami Dolphins.
So it's going to be a tough road for them. We have so
Tough
much
road
to say
to hoe.
about the Bills right now. So let's get directly into the tweets here. Because if this got swallowed up, I thought, right? I thought after the game, because of the way they lost, we ignored the fact that Trayvon Diggs, the brother of Stephon Diggs, tweeted, man, 14 got to get up out of there. And then the next day, he tweeted, let's not forget, he, meaning Josh Allen, didn't start going off till bro got there. That got swallowed up because 10 minutes later, they fired the offensive coordinator. Let's face what just happened here.
That's crazy.
Let's make a move so we can stop everybody talking about Trayvon Diggs tweets right now.
Kmart, I mean, you're a reporter. Those words might as well come from Stephon's mouth. That's him saying, man, I got to get up out of there, and this quarterback wasn't anything until I got here.
Well, keep in mind, Stephen A. had brought this up in the offseason. But what also piqued my interest was when Sean McDermott said he was very concerned after Stephon Diggs didn't show up for OTAs.
Yep.
That, to me, was a big issue because your head coach talking about, I'm concerned that my star wide receiver isn't showing up for OTAs. That was the first red flag for me. But Trayvon Diggs, putting that out there as a star player in the NFL, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how it will be viewed. And he would not speak about his brother's situation unless he knew that his brother felt some type of way.
And there's no one who knows that better than Harry does. Why?
100%, because I had a brother that I still have a brother.
I was going to say, all right?
Played professional sports 8 years in the NBA. He's overseas now, but there's a dynamic relationship to two brothers that play a professional sport. You guys understand each other from top to bottom. At times, you may feel like no one understands you like you two do because y'all can talk about any and everything. You tell each other any and everything. You look at Stephon Diggs and Trayvon Diggs, those guys work out at times together in the off season. So for this to come from his brother, it has to be something. It can't be ignored because how close those guys are. Trayvon Diggs looked up to his brother as a father figure, right? When he was away from college at Maryland, even though he was still at home. But that's the way he looked up to his big brother in Stephon Diggs. So if there's an issue, Stephon is going to talk to Trayvon. If there's an issue with Trayvon, he's going to talk to his brother Stephon because those guys understand each other on every level.
Danny, so you understand the dynamic of a quarterback and a receiver, how important it is. And it is legitimate to say Stephon Diggs helped transform Josh Allen into the star that he is. So how do these two guys go forward when this is out there?
Like the leadership, I would say this, caution, because ask Devontae Adams what it feels like right now to leave a star quarterback and how that's working out, okay? So I would just say caution. Honestly, with the whole situation, Greeny, it makes me think of Jalen Hurts when Jalen always says, keep the main thing the main thing. And I think that's going to be paramount between Josh and Steph and this organization moving forward. Where's the leadership? Who's going to get everybody on the same page to keep the main thing the main thing? Maybe there are some underlying things between those two guys that have to get talked about, communicate, figured out. But, one, a lot gets solved by winning. Two, a lot gets solved by getting him the ball. That's one of the issues that is going on.
I'm glad he brought that up, Wood, really quick, because in my opinion, I understand you fired the offensive coordinator, but last time I checked, Sean McDermott is the head coach. So if my star player's not getting the ball on offense, I'm telling my offensive coordinator, get 14 in football. If we need to rush the football,
there you go.
I'm overseeing everything, and I'm overriding everything, and I'm saying, let's rush the football. So Sean McDermott plays a part in this as well.
5 targets, 3 catches for him on Monday night. D. Wood, what do you think of the dynamic?
I think Stephon Diggs is looking at the thing from a 30,000-foot view and saying, since 2020, when we were in the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs and almost went to the Super Bowl, this thing has been sliding backwards. This thing has been sliding backwards.
Definitely.
Yes, I got numbers.
sliding backwards. That is the truth. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work, and especially without all of you, each and every single one of you, the people that love me, the people that hate me, but everyone who has subscribed to me is part of the 60,000 plus milestone that we hit this morning. And let me say, shout out to each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you. And especially Gina, Dallas Diva. What's up, Gina? Let's definitely talk to the ladies. Kiwana Gibson, what's up, Kiwana? How are you doing? Crystal, caramel corn, because we love some caramel corn. What's up, caramel corn? We got Lady Libra in the house. Roland's review, and we need to review. She is going to have an Airbnb. I want to check that thing out. What's up, Roland? Did I miss anyone? If I did, lovely ladies, be sure to hit me back up because, there's quite a few here. And up, lady, did I get you, Lady Libra? Lady Libra, what's up? Let me say, shout out to my JMU Dukes that the Pat McAfee was down on the Bluestones in front of Wilson Hall doing his show. College Game Day will be broadcasting tomorrow from JMU as JMU goes for their 11th win. It was actually kind of cool because they were basically putting the NCAA on blast. Pat McAfee was literally bitch slapping the NCAA about the rules. Now, I know this is not the Cowboys or anything like that, but I'm very, very proud of my JMU Dukes. They ended up petitioning the NCAA because they moved up to the FBS, and they are currently ranked 18th in the nation. But unfortunately, because of the rules, when you step up, you're not allowed to be in a bowl game for the first 3 seasons. Well, they are ranked higher than teams like USC and Notre Dame and other ones. They've so far got 10 and they're 10-0, perfect record. 2 regular season games left. If anybody deserves to have a chance at a bowl game, and the popularity, and actually you think about the publicity that they're getting about what they've done, you would think that they would want to put them in a bowl game, but the NCAA said no chance in hell. The state of Virginia's attorney general is actually bringing a lawsuit against the NCAA, trying to get them to get put in. I don't think it's going to work. But JMU does have Appalachian State tomorrow at 2:45. I hope they can get the big win. Also, too, I got to say shout out to my man DMV, whose son is playing in the championship game tomorrow at 2:30. Their team has been kicking ass and taking names. And I'm going to try and get back so I can catch some of that game tomorrow, DMV. So, here we are. I see we got Philly D and some of the Eagle brethren in here. What I've noticed as the week has gone on is I've seen less and less of the Eagle fans trolling me. I'm beginning to wonder, and I'm asking for a friend, Philly D, are you guys nervous about playing Kansas City in Kansas City? Because, Kansas City at home, Arrowhead is a tough place to play. It's a real tough place to play. And Andy Reid, a guy you guys should know pretty well since he was your coach until you fired him, and since has won a couple of Super Bowls without you. Regina Green, what's up, Regina? How are you doing? And, of course, I can't forget Miss Hot Sauce. And I'm burning for you. Shout out to Lola. What's up? Forgot where I was. Oh, Eagles. Oh, sorry, it's easy to forget about y'all because you're not memorable. But I've noticed that I haven't had the usual, we're the greatest team of all times. We're kicking ass, kicking names. Cowboys suck, and so on. I'm wondering, are you guys nervous? Not worried at all. We will be two great teams going at it. And if you lose, how will you feel, Philly D? I'm asking for a friend again. Brad Harris, what's up? Kid Cowboy 66, what's going on? Cowboys Mafia in the house. Shout out to everybody that's in here right now. That's a big game. That is a huge game because Andy Reid is something like 24-3 after a bye week. And he seems to have your number, so to speak. And if you hadn't checked, you might want to look in your rearview mirror because the Cowboys are lurking. Now, things that amazed me so far is the Cowboys have a new approach when it comes to Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, they are basically keeping him in bubble wrap. The way practice normally works for the Cowboys is Tuesday is your off day, and that's throughout the NFL, unless you're playing on Thursday night. But nobody practices on Tuesday unless you're playing a Thursday game. Wednesday is your first practice of the week, which is usually a lighter practice. Thursday for the Cowboys usually is their big practice. Friday is the recovery practice, which is really, really light. Saturday is a walkthrough and or travel to the destination. And then, of course, Sunday or Monday, you're playing the game. What the Cowboys have decided with Tyron Smith, he's got the contract where basically he's getting paid per play. If he plays and starts a game, he's getting paid for it. If he doesn't, he's not. I don't know if there will be a role for Tyron Smith after the season or not. The injuries, Philly D says money is on the Eagles. All right, okay. Well, we'll see what happens with your money. The thing with Tyron Smith is when he's been healthy and playing, he's been playing outstanding this year. Last year, the last couple of years, he's had nagging, lingering injuries where he's been on the field, but he hasn't been quite the same Tyron Smith. I'm not going to say that he's Tyron Smith to say 5 or 6 years ago, but he's still been one of the better tackles in football. And you could see that this past week. And with Tyler Smith, you got $10,000 on Kansas City by 21. Brad, you got that kind of money, bro? Damn. I couldn't do that. Even if I had that kind of money to gamble, I couldn't. I have a hard enough time putting $100 on the Cowboys and get mad if they lose it. But be that as it may, Tyron Smith, they basically have dropped to the point where he's not practicing. He didn't practice today because they figure he knows what he needs to do. We're going to keep you healthy till you get out there on the field and you can handle some business. And so far, the last 3 weeks, Brad Harris, I hope you win. Wait a minute. I got 10,000 on Kansas City by 21. By 21. That's not okay. So you'd win 10,000, right? That's not you put 10,000 on. Clarify that for me. You got $10,000 on Kansas City by 21. I got to understand if you literally said, "Here's $10,000. I'm going to give the Eagles 20 points." You didn't really do that, did you? Please tell me you didn't do that. I've got to hear that. I got to get the rest of that story right there, because that's a whole lot of $10,000. You know what I could do with this place with an extra $10,000? Damn, I could get the gutters outside. I could probably get the roofing pans for the roof up in here. I could pay somebody to do the floors. $10,000. Oh, I'm joking. I was like, damn. Yergi, what's up? Shout out to Yergi. You're going to Carolina game since I am not going. Yergi, we were looking at doing that, and unfortunately, this house has been the driving factor. Some of you are probably too young but if you've ever seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind, this Richard Dreyfuss has this vision, and he keeps seeing this mountain. You know, he's eating mashed potatoes, and he's making the mashed potatoes this mountain. You know, he's building clay models of this mountain. He can't get this image out of his head, and it's obsession. And unfortunately, that's what this place has become. It's been my obsession to try and get this together, and we have about 12 family members that are going to be coming here for Thanksgiving and stuff. So that's where I've got to get the house so we have places for everybody to sleep. And so I've been sanding floors. I'm going to go home tomorrow. Got to get home in time to do some pulled pork. Got the 1 o'clock game, and we'll be back here on Monday to try and get this stuff together because we'll have people starting to come on Tuesday. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that one. But I'm looking more and more about doing something with the last game. The last game with the Commanders in Washington and doing a tailgate there. Yeah, so that's the game plan right now. Forgive me. I believe me. I wanted to be there. Mark, you're taking me back too far. Glimmerman, hey, I'm old. I got no bones about it. My mother-in-law hit 82 today. I hope I can make it that far myself. I'm happy to be 58. But, yeah, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with being older. You know, you've experienced so many things. You've seen so many changes in the world and stuff that you can basically tell these young whippersnappers you're being stupid. And one day you're going to end up being like blah, 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 because I've seen it. So Tyron Smith is healthy. Great news. Peyton Hendershot is back. Peyton Hendershot is back practicing. There was a thought that he might play this weekend, but he is not going. He's ruled out. He's definitely ruled out for this week. But the fact that we're getting him back and getting him healthy, we can get back to really the two tight ends situation. Schoonmaker has played better the last couple of weeks, but he still has a lot to learn. I think him hurting his foot and not being able to do OTAs and doing training camp has really stunted his growth. And so don't look for him to do a whole lot this season, but maybe spot duty. He does block really well and so on. I, for one, love having a rotation of guys. This is the nice thing about the Dallas Cowboys right now is as you look at it, you're not relying on just one guy. CeeDee Lamb has been amazing. CeeDee Lamb's gloves and towel are at the Pro Football Hall of Fame right now for being the first player, receiver, to have 10 or more catches and 150 yards 3 games in a row. It's freaking insane, the tear that he's been on. And at the moment, if you are A.J. Brown, you should be looking in the rearview mirror because CD is going to be coming up and he may pass you soon. He's only 30 yards behind. And you think about those early games where he had less than 50 yards. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. And he's only about 100 yards behind the Cheetah. So let's see where he is by the time the season ends. And shout out to him for getting Offensive Player of the Week. There's Philadelphia. I'm built like Benjamin Button. I was weak as an old man, but I was 120 years old, and now I'm 28-year-old strong. Philadelphia. If we're going to say movie characters that you're like, I'd say you're more like a gremlin. You know? That you got fed after midnight, and now you just kind of all over. Yeah, that would be you. Benjamin Button, I don't think so. Gremlin, yes. Benjamin Button, no. Brad Harris, listen, you have issues. I don't have anything against you. Act like a grown-up, and it's all good. Inflating stacks on back teams. Sorry, Mark. Not trolling you. No, it's true. Okay, Chucky. So his stats against the Eagles, those touchdown passes against you guys, those don't count? They don't? Or are we saying that the Eagles are a bad team? I'm asking for a friend. I'm just asking. And the last I checked, the statistics are based on the whole season. Am I not wrong? I don't remember any asterisks with any of the Pro Football Hall of Famers that say, well, he played against bums. Because you know what's funny is I remember 2 years ago when people said, oh my God, Matthew Stafford, he is literally the fastest man to 50,000 passing yards. And I kind of said, wait a minute. Didn't Matthew Stafford play pretty much every year for the Detroit Lions except for that 1 year that he was there that they were talking about? So the Lions didn't do a whole lot of winning, so they were constantly behind. And if you're constantly behind, facing teams that are literally destroying you, isn't that technically garbage time? I'm just asking for a friend. So he got a lot of his yards in garbage time. You know, Drew Brees has more yards than anybody else in the history of the NFL, right? But, you know, he was on like 5, 7, and 9 teams. So isn't some of that yardage garbage time? And Tom Brady, with all his records, you know, he had the golden age of the AFC East, where the Giants, the Bills, and the Dolphins were all teams that were below 500. Is there an asterisk by Tom Brady that said, well, a lot of those teams weren't good teams? Because you play the teams that are in front of you. That's all I'm saying. And if it was so easy, how come everybody else isn't blowing out the Giants by like 50? I'm asking for a friend. Just asking. Sorry, Mark, but I cannot stand Philly D. He is delusional and has no idea how football is played. All right, can we all just try and get along here? Come on, man. It's Friday night, man. There's enough fighting in the world and all that. You know, Brad, you go to your corner. Philly D, you go to your corner, man. Just be cool. Just ignore each other, man. We all family here, man. You know, we you know, you got the cousin over there that you tell the kids don't come close to, and the auntie with the mustache that always says, give me some sugar, honey. I don't want to kiss you. You got the big mustache. You look like a caterpillar up on your lip. You know, we all family, okay? And it's almost Thanksgiving. Brad, your entire fan base has been delusional for the past 20 years. Oh, I see some of the trolls are back. Okay, so Eagle fans, I'm asking for a friend. Are you destroying Kansas City? I just want to know that. Are you guaranteeing a win? Group hug. There you go. I would love to meet Philly D. Joanne Gonzalez, I used to do that with my girlfriend's dog. David Wiley. What's up, David? David, am I going to see you this weekend, buddy? This is the last game that Daniel Hernandez is going to be coming before he moves. So this is a big weekend. I'm going to try and get home early enough tomorrow to go ahead and smoke some pork butt. Tomorrow in the smoker. What we have here is failure to communicate. I don't know what's going on with you, Brad, you and Philly D. Damn. Just be cool, man. We got games, the day after tomorrow. The Eagles might lose the next 4 in a row. I don't know if they're going to lose the next 4 in a row. I'd be happy if they lost 2 of them. 2 of them at least. One to the Cowboys, and I don't care which other one. That's what I can. And I hope my Cowboys can prove people wrong. Because tonight I literally fell out. Because Dak Prescott is creating problems in the media right now. Because the talking heads don't know what to do. Game time, Brian. What's up? Game time. Game time. Game time. I want to talk to you, game time. I had a couple of questions for you, Game Time, because I wanted to know what is the pulse of the Philly fan base right now, because it seems to me that they're kind of tepid right now. They're kind of reserved at the moment, and since you're in the belly of the beast, okay, or I guess I could say you're in the crack of the ass that is Philadelphia. What's the pace like up there? What is the word on the street from the Eagle fans? Are they scared? Tired as always. I feel you, man, Brian, because I've yawned a couple times, and I've learned a new secret. When I yawn, I yawn behind the microphone, and that way they don't see it. Just don't go when you do it. Dak is using his legs again. That was actually the turning point, because after the San Francisco 49er game, you heard Dak literally say, I got to use my legs more and things. And the other thing that happened, it seemed like there was a big transition from Dak being stationary target. It literally was, he was in the pocket, here it was, one read, boom, and the offensive line couldn't hold up. And I was like, between running Tony Pollard constantly up the middle and getting 1 yard, and then all of a sudden third down is 3rd and 8, and we're sitting there every time in the pocket. It's like, what are we doing? But if you notice what they started doing, even though the running game hasn't really been as good as you would like, is they have moved the pocket around. They've moved Dak out. They've bootlegged him. They've moved the pocket. He's on the move making plays, which is something that he has done better than almost anybody else in his career. He's always been better outside than as a statue in the pocket. And with him using his legs, we're not looking for him to run 50 to 100 yards. But in critical times, you need a first down, you see an opening, you take it, and you get out of bounds, and you try not to get hit. That has been all the difference with this offense. That and guys are really beginning to develop and I guess finally get a feel for this thing. I will say I know that the Joneses weren't happy after the 49er game, after the Cardinals game, and looking at what the offense was doing. And Mike McCarthy kind of changed some things up. And thus far, it's been good. We'll see if it continues to be that way. What's up with Jalen Hurts? Here's where I'm kind of wondering how it is the Eagles keep getting away. There's Joanne Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? I'd actually like to know what was up with Jalen Hurts, because you may have heard first thing this morning before they announced that Joe Burrow is done for the season that the NFL is investigating the Cincinnati Bengals because they didn't report him having an injury. He shows up with a sleeve on his wrist. Before the game last night, there was nothing in the reports about him being injured, which, of course, is the NFL answers to gambling. And people want to know if the quarterback has some problems holding the football. And so, here we have Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. We've seen him lipping around on the field. They talked about this weeks ago and said, oh, the injury happened like 4 weeks ago. The coach said it happened in the game. And it seems like it had gotten worse each week. Now, he got an extra week of rest. They say he wasn't wearing the sleeve in practice, and he feels good to go and no effects. But he was never listed on an injury report. And I'm trying to understand how they got away with that. He's healthy for the first time in a long time. All right, we'll find out. Dak Prescott is legal vet QB now. Well, he's been making problems, making waves for all the talking heads out there. I couldn't believe what I heard earlier today. Let me see if I can find it, because this literally blew my mind. Hang on one second. I literally spit out my Italian sub when I heard this.
as I've said, even this week on Undisputed, when Dak's name begins to pop up, bandwagon begins to roll for Dak being MVP, at least being in the conversation for, I say nope, nope, nope. Disqualified in my book because of what he did or didn't do at Arizona, at San Francisco, at Philadelphia in the fourth quarter, where, as you know, my Cowboys went up and down the field. 14 first downs they made just in the fourth quarter alone to 0 for Philadelphia. 14-0, up and down the field, and still lost. 28-23.
That sucked.
In largest part because my quarterback couldn't make one play, just one play, somehow, some way, one play. In part because my quarterback stepped out of bounds when it looked like he could waltz into the end zone on a 2-point try that would have at least set up
I kind of push him towards the edge.
last-second field goal to force overtime. But despite all of the above, I'm also here to tell you right here, right now, that I shockingly,
yes, you're weird.
Maybe wrongly, feel better than I have about Dak Prescott since his rookie year, when I fell in football love with Dak Prescott out of Mississippi State in the 4th round of the draft. Dak led that team, 2016 team, to a 13-3 record and a #1 overall seed, with a lot of help from his new friend, the first-round pick, Ezekiel Elliott. But Dak was Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Dak did deserve it, even though I underrated just how important and valuable Zeke was to Dak. I am speaking from the bottom of my soul. You know I'm hard on Dak, maybe too hard on Dak. The crazed Cowboy fan.
The crazed Cowboy fan.
But I truly liked the way he operated on Sunday, albeit against the Giants. I liked his body language. I liked his swagger. I liked his aura. He came across as supremely confident and, even more important, happy. Dak just looked happy on Sunday.
He just looked happy. I'm so happy.
Orchestrated by Mike McCarthy. This is his 8th season, but he appears to me to be at the peak of his powers, in the heart of his prime.
I literally was shocked when I heard that. I literally could not believe it, and was literally amazed that he's literally saying that he believes in Dak Prescott. That just literally blew my mind. So, yeah. That was cray-cray. Thoughts, anybody? Anybody else think that's kind of crazy? Skip Bayless was literally the guy who's been saying he believes in Cooper Rush. Shannon Sharp, skip, Yergi. Shout out to Yergi M. Anybody else kind of shocked and surprised that Skip Bayless? You know, I know Joy Taylor, who has been out there as the anti-Dak Prescott, as the anti-Dak Prescott person. She's kind of looking like she's got a little bit of egg on her face right now with it. Hey, Brad. Hey, Boogie. Turn Skip off. I just, at least, I had to put it up there because I was just like, literally. I think it's, at this point, if Dak continues to play the way he's playing, the narrative that you put out there, because they ended up building up this whole thing all off season that Dak Prescott is a turnover machine. He throws all these interceptions. You know, he's got all this help and all these great guys. And, you know, he's got Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator, and he's a genius. And that's the only reason why he's successful. Or it was Amari Cooper, or was, you know, Zeke Elliott, that all of these things were the reasons why that the Cowboys were successful, that none of it had to do with Dak Prescott. Well, all those things are gone. Mike McCarthy, who got run out of town in Green Bay, is now the offensive coordinator. Zeke is gone, and Zeke was not himself the last few years. Tony Pollard is there. They say he's a great weapon. Right now, he's averaging 3.9 yards a carry. You know, some people say CD's not really a number one, but CD now is breaking records and moving up the chains, up the charts in there. And so as everybody looks at that, you have to kind of say, yeah, Yergi, Mark is Spanish. Me? Actually, I'm not. I am an American mutt, to be honest with you. I've got American Indian in me. I got black because some of my ancestors were slaves. I think there's some Irish that's in there, and who knows what the heck else, you know. But what I will say is I'm a human being, and I'm an American. I'm an American mutt. Skip is fake. You hit the nail on the head on that one. But at this point now, when you start saying Dak Prescott sucks, Dak Prescott's a turnover machine, Dak is a dink and dunker, it's like, have you seen those passes he's lofting down the field and how the offense is kind of humming? Now, you know that they're just laying in wait for the Cowboys to slip up. And once they do, it's going to be, up, here we go. Dak sucks. Told you. I told you, Dak sucks. So we'll see how it goes. I'm white as hell and have Indian. Who cares? I do have Irish in me. So, you know, that's where I get good luck. I get all my Cowboys football information from amazing YouTubers like you, Mark. Appreciate you, Brad. Thank you very much. Does Tony Pollard give you Felix Jones vibes? The thing, you know, it's hard. Okay, let's be real here. It's hard to run a football organization, okay? There's only one team that wins the Super Bowl every year. And nobody, contrary to the way they talk about the Cowboys, gets everything 100% right. You miss on players left and right. You know, there's a reason why there's bust, you know, the top 50 bust in the NFL, because people missed on guys they thought were going to be great. And in the same regard, people missed on guys that became great because they didn't think that he was going to be that. And you make a lot of mistakes. So it's hard to kill the Cowboys on every move. Jonathan Washington, shout out to Jonathan Washington. Thank you. It's hard to be right on everything. But they made a big mistake with Tony Pollard, thinking that he could take the load of Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott. The Cowboys made that same mistake with Marion Barber. They paid Marion Barber at the time like a $46 million extension when nobody was getting that kind of money. And within 2 years, he was off. James, yes, I've got 2 coats of varnish on it right now. Tomorrow's video will have it actually up on there. And then in the morning, I'm going to put another coat on it and then jet up out of here. But thanks for asking. Angelica Cracker. Oh, okay. So are you saying, Philly, well, I've met you. You are a cracker there, but no, I'm sorry. I grew up in Dallas, 61 years old. I remember as a kid when people would bash Roger Staubach. Oh, my God. Towards the end of his career, they were vicious. My Italian sweetness. Okay. All right. Let's just say we're all human beings, and it doesn't matter your race, creed, or color, okay? How about that one? You know, you can be a cracker, you can be a brother, you can be a, Indian, it don't matter to me, man. Just don't be an idiot. That's all I ask for. He's better than Felix Jones. But see, the problem, here's the thing. He is not, there's north and south runners, which are guys that can get outside and things like that are speed backs, more scat backs. And then you have, east and west runners. And then you have north and south, which are guys that can hit the hole and just banging. I mean, they're just banging into the hole, and they're just hitting that hole, and they can hit that thing hard. They go, bam, hard in, okay? They just hitting that hole. That was Zeke Elliott, especially when he was younger. He is a guy who's meant to run up and down, run right ahead. DeMarco Murray was that way. And when he went to Philadelphia, they tried to make him an east-west runner, and he ended up with like 700 yards. Tony Pollard is not a guy to run up the middle and have to try and, get hard yards pounding on guys. And I think that's part of the problem of him, one, recovering from his injury from last year, and two, he's not a banger in the middle. He's a guy that needs to be on the outside, and he's not a guy that can get, 15, 20 carries of really banging. And that was the mistake they made with him early on. I don't know. Rico is bad at injury history himself, but I like the mix of what they did last week of having Rico in there for about 15 plays. Tony Pollard had like 12, and they were basically running back by committee. And I think they need to use like Hunter Luepke a little bit more, and maybe even try Deuce Vaughn for a change of pace. But you cannot. Oh no, come on, Roadkill. Are you picking on me? Okay. Angelica, you like Cuban food? Killed off you, what? What? Killed off. You're always coming in and messing up the flow. Tony Pollard was not a feature back in college. He's talented, but does not have the alpha dog mentality. He doesn't have the body to be a sledgehammer. And if the Cowboys continue to do that, he's not going to hold up. So we'll see what they do going forward. I think that they need to definitely slow his roll now to keep him ready for the playoffs, because that's when I really need him. They're letting us know in different ways. Hey, Mark, you're from North Carolina. Shout out to you, James B. Killed off the underdogs is cool, says Alan Williams. Just run down on the first quarter and watch what happens. Okay. I would like to see that. I'd still like to see Hunter Luepke, who is a guy who is a bruiser on short yardage. Oh, man. Yeah, some good Cuban food. In Miami, they got some incredible Cuban restaurants. You would not handle a woman like Angelica. She is way too much for you. You got that right. I don't know that Kildare can handle any woman, to be honest with you. Ellen, shit. Mark, do you think we try to run the ball right away or open up the passing game? Good question. Here was what was good was last week they really mixed things up. They still keep trying to start out running the football. You want to be able to run the football effectively so you can set up the play action. But Mike McCarthy keeps claiming that he wants to run the football, but there's nothing in his DNA that says that I like to run the football. I go back to the Green Bay Packers team from their Super Bowl year, 2010. Aaron Rodgers, 28 TDs, 11 interceptions. Their leading running back averaged 3.8 yards a carry for 730 yards. They had a great defense that was second in scoring defense. So basically, you're looking at what was the Green Bay Packers team in 2010 that went on to win the Super Bowl. Now, they were the 6th seed, the last seed. They had to go on the road to Philadelphia, bitch slap them, go on the road to Atlanta, bitch slap them, and then played the Bears on the road on their way to the Super Bowl, where they bitch slap the Steelers. Now, I'm hoping that we ain't got that many road games. I'm hoping that we can win our division. If not, well, we're going to have to go on the road then. Fake juice for sure, good sir. Good evening, Mark. We love you. Dallas Cowboys fans. Appreciate you. I'm ready for some authentic Italian food. Hint, hint. Chuck, who you talking to? Lady Libra announced. What's up, Lady Libra? Yeah, Lupke, 3 carries on the year for about 14 yards, which is almost, 4 yards a carry, 5 yards a carry. 1 TD, and his TD was from the 4, from the goal line. Yeah, that's like, give him a chance. I like turtles. Rican here. As in Puerto Rican? Yergi? Crazy Corvette, what is it? You're good people in what you do, bro. Thank you very much. Nobody was talking. Cooks is our Jordy Nelson. Yeah, that was a hell of a breakout game for him. I hope that we see a lot more of that. That'll take off some of the pressure on CD. And if you like to one-on-one cover CD, Dak, just go to him. Anytime he's one-on-one, just go to him. McCarthy needs to play Lupke more. I agree with you. Robert, with Thanksgiving around the corner, anyone else smoking a turkey? I'm going to just do a regular turkey because I don't have all my stuff. I'm going to be here actually for Thanksgiving. We'll be broadcasting the game from here, live streaming the game from here, and I'll be cooking dinner for about 12 people on Thanksgiving. I'm a light-skinned black Mexican. Okay. All right. Well, Crazy Corvette, you're okay with me, bro. Micah was running back in high school. Give him the ball. Oh, no, he was a vicious running back. I think he's got enough on his plate right now, though, bro. Philly just dropped a video with, I think. Oh, man. Well, you remember he was saying, I think that Nakobe Dean is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. I think he's going to lead the team in tackles. I think. When he starts saying, I think, yeah. It's all speculation. I can't wait to live stream Monday night and watch Philadelphia, Kansas City. I don't want Micah Parsons running the ball. Philly still stinks. Is Twiz? What's up, Twiz? Welcome back, Twiz. All right, so the Cowboys just need to get a win. Just need to get in, take care of business, and get out healthy. Any questions? Anybody not like that plan? It's kind of Mark. Have you heard anything about Bryant playing? They activated, he's on the roster. Hadn't heard anything about it yet, but right now we got kind of a crowded field. And that was the thing I was saying about getting Hendershot back. It's kind of cool that we have so much depth that you can go to. That's going to bode well when we get to playoffs, because usually what happens for us is we get so nicked up and the cupboard's bare for, running back. Tony Pollard gets injured. You only got Zeke, and Zeke is just not quite that guy anymore. Damone Clark is definitely on fire. Damone Clark is the guy that people should be talking about and ain't nobody talking about. 60 tackles on the season. It's with only 1 missed tackle. Just amazing from where he was last year, getting his back fused, his vertebrae. The fact that he even played last year surprised the hell out of me, and he is definitely coming back and playing really, really well. Mark, what's your coffee of choice for the Joe Boo Sports Report? Before you say, oh yeah, actually it's just Maxwell House Jerky, but from time to time when we were in Puerto Rico, Puerto Rican coffee is really good. Daniel Hernandez has brought me a couple bags of Puerto Rican coffee. Puerto Rican coffee is really, really good. AB, y'all need to chill. She's taking laugh out loud. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Angelica's got all the boys in the yard coming around. Okay. Chuck, because we know who he was talking about when Mark asked what you said. Okay. I said we're going to lose it in the chat now. Another 40-0 ball game coming up. That's going to be hard to do, but we are at home. Mark is killing me. What am I doing? Well, hold it, Lola. What did I do? Let me go back here and see what the heck's going on here. Chuck, because we know who you were talking about when Mark asked what you said. Okay, wait a minute, Chuck. Lola, why do you think I'm scared? You know what, guys? You'd want to be scared of the women up in this chat. In this chat, they'll put a foot in your ass in a minute, okay? I'm serious, especially Queen Bella. So you might want to chill. Cafe Bustelo. Okay. All right. Cuban coffee. Yeah, Cuban coffee is fire. Also, the Bacardi rum factory is pretty cool, too. I'm pronouncing Yergi. It's not Yergi? It's not Yergi? Wrong? How do I pronounce it, then? I'm an idiot. It's not George. George? Is it George? You know I'm the name butcher. Yeah, James. Yeah, he is. I don't think it is on the Panthers, but it doesn't matter because they can't get. It's like, why do they sign a wide receiver? Because they can't pass the ball. Pain freckles. Okay. Has there been any butt plugs talk yet? Oh my God. All right. Sounds like we're getting kind of crazy here. Oh, Jorge. Is Jorge? Is it Jorge? Look, I have a hard time reading English. How am I supposed to read Spanish? Is it Jorge? Jorge. Then why does it? Shouldn't it be spelled Jorge? How am I supposed to? I'm so stupid. Jorge. Okay, I'm going to write that down. And I'm going to put it as a post-it note. Jorge. Jorge. Jorge or Jorge? Jorge or Jorge? Okay. Jorge is better than Yergi. Okay. Yes, Mark. Okay. You know my wife does that to me all the time, right? Jorge is George. Yes, don't make me break out the butt plugs. Okay. Just call him George. Okay. Okay. Jorge. Okay, Jorge. All right. J has an H sound in it. Jorge. Okay, Jorge. Jorge. Okay, got it. Let me say it. Jorge. Okay. Mark, give Pollard for Mitchell. The J makes an English H sound. Why couldn't everything just sound like it looks? Puerto Rican food with Cuban woman on the side of me is, oh my God. You can't always get what you want there, Philadelphia. You just get what you need. Do I think Pollard will do better this weekend? He should. Carolina is not real good. Let's check. Let's look at Carolina real quick. Let's pull up their stats real quick. How are they on the run? One and 8, of course. Suckage. They are, damn. They're third in attempts. This should be a feast time. And they're 28th in rushing. They're getting killed. They are giving up. Now breaking it down, let's see. They are not good at stopping the run or the pass. They are ass. And their best running back is Hubbard. Hubbard's averaging 3.7 yards a carry. He's got 351 yards. You know, this is one of those ones that the Cowboys don't slip up and play bad. This is just a bad team, and you need to put them out of misery. You need to finish him. Thank you, Twiz. I appreciate that on the 60,000. You're one of them. Great minds think alike. They suck against the run. No trap game for the Dallas Cowboys. Now's the time to run Daddle early. Chiefs 44, Eagles 17. Oh, my God. You know what, Jay Recruiter? I would love to see that because that would be Philly 500 really melting down big time. Lots of Cowboy fans going to be at the game. I was trying to go to that one, but it just ended up not working out. Well, see, Coyote, here's the thing. It's the chicken and the egg. The reason why their pass defense is ranked 6th is because you can make hay all day, running the football. It's like the Eagles. It's like you're not going to run against that defensive front, but you can pass the hell out of it. So that's why you go to their weakness. It doesn't necessarily mean that their secondary and their defense is good, because their running attack sucks. Carolina practiced the silent count. Yeah, because right. There'll be so many Cowboy fans there. Actually, they're number 6 defense against passing. That's almost great. But when you're the worst just about in stopping the run, nobody's throwing the ball against you. Eagle fans' misery gives me a hard on. Okay. Picking Kansas City 21-17. Oh, man. I would love to see Pat Mahomes go off on them. Appreciate it. I love weed, man. Thank you so much. Derek Young, hey, AB. And boy, Angelica's getting all the attention tonight. All right, so let me do a poll real quick before we get out of here. All right, let's see. Boom. Do the Eagles get a win? So I want to see the pace of you guys here. As an Eagle fan, I've been soft since the Super Bowl. Okay. I was watching you in the chat. I'm chilling. It's a Sunday night game? No, it's Monday night for the Eagles. Is Monday Night Football. The Eagles will probably bust Pat up bad. No, I doubt it. Have you ever heard of a restaurant called Steaks on Me? Okay. AT&T first home, SoFi second, Panthers third, Phoenix Stadium fourth, and then FedEx fifth. All Cowboys fans flood those stadiums. Well, I can guarantee you on the one at FedEx, man, because usually there's not that many Washington fans there. They are playing in Kansas City after both of them have been on a bye week. but I will trust Andy Reid more. 82% say no to the Eagles winning. Oh, shit. Brother versus brother. If Lola wasn't married, I'd be up with that. Ooh, damn. All righty, good people. And with that being said, we getting kind of frisky up in here. We're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. I got to get up early in the morning, put some more varnish on the floor, and head up the road because I want to see my man DMV's son play in the championship game. I got to get the pork for the pork barbecue going and everything else. Rodney Stepaway. Did I say that one right, y'all? Did I get that one right? Because I got to remember Jorge. Thank you very much, Rodney Stepaway. I think Coach got his swag back. I think at the moment he has, but you know how the NFL is. You can lose that real quick. Do I have Cameo? No. Somebody else, Day, email me, cowboysmark94@gmail. Somebody else asked me about having Cameo and doing that. But you can email me and we can talk about that. No, cowboysmark94@gmail. Angelica and Lola are always frisky. Worried or concentrating more on our game than the E-Girls? I'm not concentrating on it. I'm just asking the question because it is very important for us. What happens in that game has a very direct bearing on our season. You know, you have to definitely look at it from that standpoint. We still got to play him December 10th. Ruben Walls, what's up? OnlyFans Cowboys? All righty. Y'all have a good night and go take a cold shower.
Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.